brings to that room.
Chubb's got 77 yards on the ground. Second down, 4. Adding to it. Stiff arming. Keeping his balance. It's a foot race. Down the sideline. Touchdown.
It's Hill. Taysom Hill picks up the Saints first down. Still going. Wow. Hill spins to the goal line. He's in. Touchdown.
All my haters mad, but I don't give a fuck. All my haters mad, but I don't give a fuck. My chopper hit, my chopper hit, my 40 hit, my 40 hit. I don't care if you let how I step, I don't care if you let how I rip, I don't care if you let how I step, I don't care if you let how I rip. I got sauce, I got flavor, getting all this paper. I got sauce, I got flavor, getting all this paper. Plain Jane Paddock on my motherfucking wrist. They notice every time when I walk up in this bitch. Post on walk up in this bitch, keep my Glock up in this bitch. Post on walk up in this bitch, keep my Glock up in this bitch. My chopper hit, my chopper hit, my 40 hit, my 40 hit.
Just testing this out real quick. My voice is hoarse for some goddamn reason. Monitor off. Okay. I'm pretty sure that you can hear me now. I'm also testing to see how it looks on YouTube, and it actually looks a lot more crisp, a lot better. Move this over to where you can see everything in the background. I'm also testing to see how it looks on YouTube, and it actually looks a lot more crisp, a lot better. Yeah. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. Well, here it is. This is just the test video for the PMP's new presentation for the OBS. We had some technical difficulties during the draft. I think next season what I'm going to do is I'm just going to end up mounting it on my wall back here and just watch it from back here, or try to figure out a way to do something different, you know. But this is how the PMP is going to look from now on. You got on my left, you got Caleb. On my right, you got me. And right here, you're gonna see me talking, and then on top is our banner, our Pigskin Mafia podcast banner. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this video. I might change it to whatever, to like an update to the podcast or whatever. But since I'm running short on time today, I can't do a podcast today. Can't do a podcast tomorrow. However, we will have the podcast on Wednesday to talk about the draft. I am also. We will also talk about the XFL. We will also talk about the USFL, and I will break down a little bit about college football. It's been a while since I've talked about college football in depth. I'll probably talk about college football Thursday or Friday. I haven't quite decided yet. I might just push the USFL. Well, I'm going to talk about the XFL on the draft recap. But XFL or USFL and college football could be Thursday or Friday. It could be both. It could be both days just to catch up to speed. USFL fans, I do sincerely apologize for not having the time or the effort to put out quality content for the USFL. I have been paying attention a little bit to the USFL, but I'm just not a fan of what's going on with the USFL right now. So it's not directed towards the USFL. It's just the format of how they have the teams aligned. But with that being said, this is what we're gonna look like from now on, and I do sincerely apologize for having a hoarse voice. I was with a buddy of mine at Friday Night SmackDown here in Corpus, where we got to see Mommy Rhea Ripley, and also we were on the Jumbotron. Like, if anybody follows me on Twitter, if anybody follows me in general, you will see. Shout out to Skylar Sugar, by the way. Pretty good buddy of mine and a pretty big mentor of mine back in high school. I pretty much looked up to him when he was a senior and I was a sophomore. We both wore the same number, ironically, in high school. But so he saw me at the event, and I ended up being the crotch chop champion. Like, you'll fucking see me on there fucking doing this shit, fucking doing that. It was fucking stupid. But I will say I had a great time with my my good friend Brett Panko. Shout out to him and his brother Trevor. And I tell you what, man, I had a lot of fun Friday night, and then I had to go to work the Saturday morning. I was going to work on the PMP a little bit more, but, man, I just been fucking exhausted. My sleep schedule is fucked, guys. It is fucked. But with all that being said, this is going to be a short video. This is going to be a short update to what is going on with the PMP. So, we both have our PMP Club shirts on in this picture. But the thing is, I wanted to show the front and the back to where I'm doing this, trying to look cool, trying to look like a badass, but really I look like a fat fuck. And Caleb, it looks like he's holding out something in his hand. I mean, that's a good looking picture right there for Caleb. I mean, I'm very impressed with the way this turned out. I actually made this ordeal. I'm very happy the way it came out in this video. It's not choppy. It's not stupid. I can't say the other word because it's very, very offensive, but whatever. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna talk about the draft Wednesday. Just recapping what teams won, what teams lost. I'm telling you right now, I already have a favorite in the Super Bowl. I really do. After what I saw in the draft and the offseason, I have seen enough to where I have a favorite. And a team that you shouldn't count out like I did last year. And then we'll also talk about the XFL Championship a little bit, bring some limelight into that. We'll start off with the XFL Championship, and then we'll talk about the main event, the draft recap. But hopefully my voice is better by that time because, Jesus, I was fucking crazy. For those that have been around me, which is very little people. Now my buddy Brett has experienced what I am like as a wrestling fan in a wrestling event. And we actually had some really good seats. We did. So, very fortunate to be there with my good friend here in the Coastal Bend. Brett Pancoast and his brother Trevor. Shout out to those guys. And they are huge Texans fans, so they're obviously happy with the way things went. I'm actually kind of glad that the Cowboys did a decent job this time around. I think they did a decent job compared to last season. I fucking hated last season. I was mad as fuck. But this season, I was kind of disappointed in the first round, and then things started to change, and I was like, what the fuck? We're actually drafting pretty good throughout the whole draft. So, yeah, I'm very excited with the way things are for the NFL. We'll also talk about the ugly ass uniforms that the Arizona Cardinals have. Trying to think of what else. XFL Championship between the DC Defenders and the Arlington Renegades. That'll be this weekend, actually, in San Antonio. So, for those that are going to San Antonio to watch this game, be safe. Don't be stupid. Don't drink and drive. I've been to the Alamo Dome to go watch the Brahmas and the Guardians, and I gotta tell you, the fan base that the Brahmas have, they are fucking awesome. So seeing the beer snake in San Antonio would be a fucking delight to see. Well, actually, the XFL Championship's the 15th, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll also talk about teams that have Aaron Rodgers to the Jets, Lamar becoming the highest paid player in the NFL right now after seeing Jalen Hurts get that deal. Just a lot of shit going on. Zeke's still not with a team. I think we're also going to talk a lot about what teams are do or die this season, like Super Bowl or bust, Super Bowl or who's really in the hot seat in the NFL. And then Thursday or Friday, I will make that decision Wednesday because I'm just primarily focused on work right now. But Thursday or Friday, we'll talk more about the USFL thus far, what we've seen, what we like about it, what we don't like about it, what things we could change in the USFL, what things need to change in the USFL, and what teams really what teams do we really like in the USFL, you know? And kind of talk a little bit about the USFL more. And then I will talk about the college football talk, you know, transfer portal, Deion Sanders making a fucking... This is probably the most historic change in any university. It doesn't matter if it's a Power 5 a fucking group of 5, FCS, HBCU, it does not fucking matter. What Deion Sanders is doing is fucking crazy. Last year, Colorado had, this is according to Josh Pate, by the way. Shout out to Late Night Kick with Josh Pate. According to Josh Pate, 83 players last season before the season started. There was 83 Colorado players that were on scholarship. Now, since Deion has been there, there's only 13 motherfuckers that are still on that team. The others, they couldn't handle it, or they just weren't that good. I mean, for crying out loud, they were 1-11 last season. And some Colorado fans don't appreciate that. Well, here's the fucking problem, Colorado fans that hate what Deion's doing right now. You are 1-11. You haven't been that fucking relevant. This entire decade has been fucking awful. Okay, I could go back on my Twitter and give you the actual stats because I did go through the stats. And oh my God, it is fucking horrible. For the first 2 seasons in the Pac-12, I think they accumulated 4-21. 4-21, guys. As a fucking 2-year start in the Pac-12. The Pac-12 when Oregon was running roughshod. When Washington was running roughshod. When USC was mediocre. At that time. Colorado had plenty of opportunity to compete. They had one fantastic season, but they got their ass stomped by Texas, which, no surprise, they always get their ass stomped by Texas anyway. Joel Klatt can detest that. But they had one good season and one season that was over 500, and they were 10-4 that year. It was 2016. Or, not 2016. Fuck. I don't remember. That's how long it's been since Colorado's been good. Ever since then, fucking dog shit, man. And it's depressing as hell because I remember watching Colorado. They were fucking good. They were fucking amazing. You know? And this was supposed to be a test video, but I just had to come out and say a little bit about what's going on in Colorado and what's been going on with the channel, with the podcast. So, yeah, Wednesday, 8:30, live on YouTube, since I finally figured out how to work OBS a little bit better. Just takes a lot of time and patience. I mean, it's not choppy. It doesn't look ridiculous. Excuse me. But I'm glad this finally works out. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and get off here. I don't want to spend too much time because I don't want to be late to work, and it's already past 1700 for my military folks. Shout out to those guys. 5:12 p.m. for my civilian guys. Shout out to y'all. And this is going to be a fun podcast Wednesday night. I don't know how 100% I am going to be, but I am going to be entertaining. Because, first of all, I only got 2 draft picks right. I did horrible. I did fucking horrible. even without the trades, I did fucking horrible. Caleb actually got his prediction right for trade picks or trades. He said 4 to 6, and there were 6 in the first round. So good for him. And man, I am so happy. Even though our video quality was shit last time, we gained 4 subscribers. I don't know if it was just off of that one video or that one live stream or the last live stream or the one before, but we're getting some notoriety finally. We're almost at 50 subscribers. Just fucking subscribe, leave a like, tell us how you feel. If you're a fucking A&M fan, I implore you to tell me how you feel about my takes about your team. If you're a true A&M fan, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Because I'm not only hard on your team, I'm hard on my team too. Like, I'm not going to sit there, and just ridicule your team because your team's a fucking hated team by Texas. I consider them, to me, honestly, the biggest rivalry that the University of Texas has is Oklahoma. And after that, it's like a B-level fucking rivalry. Everybody else seems to think it's the greatest fucking rivalry for Texas. No, it's not. It's actually a fucking tier 2 level fucking rivalry compared to a 3 tier like Oklahoma. And I'm going 3-1 as 3 is the best and 1's like, whatever. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in to each and every one of these videos. This will be the 58th. And hopefully, by the time Wednesday comes around, which is in 2 days, we will have our 50th subscriber fucking celebration. I hope that the video quality next year will be a lot better and a lot more crisp because, man, I was actually really upset about the video quality last time. But it looks like we finally figured it out this time around. I don't know what the hell happened last time or last live stream for the draft special, but man, I am going to fucking figure this shit out. I already have someone that is gonna walk through with me with this, and we're gonna get this shit right. We're going to get this fucking podcast right. If, for some fucking reason, y'all end up just liking the fucking voice instead of the fucking face, then that's the way we need to go. We'll just have our fucking pictures up here. I don't give a fuck. But I honestly like seeing myself on there talking. I actually enjoyed shows that we fucking watch guys talk about teams because they actually show stats. We don't have the capability of doing that yet. We don't have guys that fucking help us out. We don't have a fucking studio. We don't have none of that shit. But I really enjoy doing this shit, guys, and right now, it looks like a hobby. Maybe eventually will grow to being a fucking monster. I don't know. Or we could just be a fucking fan base that just fucking... But, yeah. If you haven't been on my Instagram, which is... my Instagram is the... I actually put it in the chats. Or you know what? I'll just leave it in the description down below. But if you haven't seen my Instagram yet, only a couple of you have. K-Dub's seen it already. I'm shaving again. Why, TJ? Why? Because I have a fucking receding hairline, for God's sakes. And when I went to Great Clips today, I sat down and I told them just fucking go on all the way around. And they were like, why? Well, I realize I'm not going to get fucking Brad Pitt from Troy hair, so might as well fucking shave it off. So, for you guys, subscribe, like, comment, share to your grandparents, share to your pet salamander, share to your uncle, share to your coworkers, share to your parents, share to your siblings, share to your loved ones. Don't share it to your kids because I cuss a lot on here, and it's not a good thing for them to repeat what I say because I am a avid football fan that tends to cuss a lot. So, I also want to give a shout out to a YouTuber, Matt be great or whatever it is. I've been keeping up with his videos ever since I first started this shit because I kind of wanted to get a general idea of what I wanted for a podcast. It kind of started with Sean Hannity. I'll be honest. It started with Sean Hannity and Tucker Carlson. Okay. Fuck you, Fox Sports or Fox News for getting rid of Tucker Carlson. He was my favorite analyst on there. But anyway, despite all that, then I started watching Pat McAfee show. Shout out to him. And then I started watching Matt Be Great. And it all started with the Spencer Rattler videos. He's very informative, especially around the college football and college basketball world, you know. And he primarily focuses on SEC and big drama and Alabama because he is an Alabama fan. So I can't discourage him for that. And plus, that dude makes a killing off of YouTube. I mean, he's not making... I don't know how much he makes off of YouTube videos or whatever, but he has a great deal of fans, and they are very awesome. So I want to be like that someday with this podcast. I hope to be. You know, I hope me and Kata give you the right information, and we give you the best information. You know. And I really do hope that we kick ass for you guys. That y'all just y'all are fucking awesome. For those that have been following and new viewers, I have seen a lot of new viewers on our podcast, but have not fucking subscribed. Subscribe. Be a part of the Mafia family, man. What you gonna hurt, huh? To spend an hour and 30 minutes with your favorite podcaster, with your favorite college football guru, and then your running back guru, K-Dub. You know, I am so excited about the future of the PMP. And especially after the draft special, we had 4 subscribers right after that. Like, that was actually shocking because of the fact that our video quality wasn't that good, in my opinion. Well, it looked like fucking smeared shit. And everybody I talked to, they were like, man, the fucking video quality was bad, but we could still hear y'all. So, as long as y'all can hear our voices, that's fine. But anyway, I got to go ahead and get going. I got to get ready for work, and we are the best podcast in all of YouTube. We are the PMP. Good night, and good night, bang.